The Voice of Nigeria (VON) says it is poised to collaborate with the National Orientation Agency (NOA) to project positive stories from Nigeria and to ensure the realization of the objectives of Nigeria's Value Charter. The Director General of VON, Mr. Jibrin Baba Ndase, said this when he paid a courtesy visit to the Director General of NOA, Malam Lanre Issa-Onilu, in Abuja. The VON boss noted that no one could tell the Nigerian stories better than Nigerians and that VON would always focus on the positive things coming out of Nigeria.
For me, as Voice of Nigeria, sir, I am determined to tell the Nigerian story in a truthful, believable, forceful, deliberate, consistent manner. We are not saying that Nigeria is the best country in the world, but we are saying that Nigeria is also not the worst country in the world. So the story that we tell about Nigeria will consistently be the positive. And when there are negative stories, we are not going to celebrate it, as you have in countries around the world. Even some of the best countries, we have privilege to be there. There are bad stories about every country. But we are not going to tell our own, even when we admit as a public broadcast that there are negative stories. We are not going to celebrate it, as we see people want to celebrate about our country. We are not going to allow our platform to be used to tell negative and spread fake news about our own countries. So one of the things that we have in common with NOA is that NOA is focused on Nigeria and also focused on changing the mindset of Nigerians, which were part of the things that we discussed earlier with you in your office. I know that just recently you constituted a committee which is about value reorientation. We are ready to partner with you on that, sir. And other things that you are doing. I know that you have offices in all the local governments across the country and all the state headquarters, 774. So we have what it takes to also escalate all the positive that we are doing. One of our niche as a public broadcast is that we broadcast in 8 languages, 4 local languages and 4 international. So on daily basis, both on our traditional and the new digital media platform, we broadcast in Hausa, Yoruba, Igbo, and Fulfulde. And for international language, of course, naturally in English, French, Arabic, and Swahili. And since my assumption of office, I'm working with my strategic leaders to also open discussion with Chinese government to also start broadcasting in Mandarin, also in Bahasa, Indonesia, and Malay, and indeed other international languages. Part of the challenge that we face as a nation is fake news. As a country, there are people who are determined. Some of them are in Nigeria, some are outside, enjoying their life, but are determined to see our country portrayed in bad light. Fake news, misinformation, disinformation about our country. As Voice of Nigeria, sir, we are willing to partner with you to encourage Nigerians not to toe the line and push other people's agenda in destroying individual and even our nation. This is only achievable when a platform like ours continue to proactively and deliberately, believably, truthfully continue to share Nigerian story. We must continue to work together so that as a nation we create narrative about our country that people can believe us.
Responding, Issa-Onilu described Ndase as a team player and super creative human with the capacity to take VON to the next level. According to him, Nigerians are smart people, with a lot of them using their smartness for positive achievements.
Nigeria is actually not at the stage of orientation, because orientation is a journey, and you cannot embark on a journey when you have not defined the destination. So, what we have been doing since I got here is working with my colleagues here to define what the destination is and how do we know what definition we are headed. In Nigeria, what are the principles of that Nigerianness? We have not defined it. So what are the features that are supposed to distinguish us, that are coded or codified for us to be guided in terms of what orientation we should do? So that's what led us to what we call the National Lifestyle Charter, that a Nigerian must have a lifestyle. I would say this is the lifestyle of a Nigerian. And when somebody's lifestyle is different from that, then you can say you are not a true Nigerian. We are rounding off the issue of getting ready in terms of the blueprints on the National Lifestyle Charter. It is a charter because it is a social contract, as the DG pointed out, between the country and the citizens. There must be a social contract. So on the 16th of January, the minister will be leading us until we formally present the report. And then we wait for the president to give a date for the unveiling of this social contract.